The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, Bionicle Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Sync.
Hello everybody, and welcome to TTV Talks. I'm Viper.
I'm Messina.
I'm Barteran.
And I'm Kahi.
How's it going, everybody?
Dude, I was totally about to say I'm Var at the second point again.
Why would you do that?
I was
I don't
waiting
know, man.
for it
I'm
too.
bad at this. I'm so used to being second, not third.
And
I
today
would
we're going to be
imagine.
talking about Bioware. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, we might
Bioware.
be. I mean,
Bioware.
what kind of segue was that? We're supposed to naturally flow into it. Not like, today we're talking about blank. We can talk about anything. We could talk about birds now if you wanted to.
It's a Cards Against Humanity. Today we're going to be talking about blank.
Birds Thursday. I guess you could say it's Birds Day.
What?
I'm not. I'm going to pretend that was not made.
That was an LJ thing right there.
Yeah,
What the heck?
that was LJ Silence.
So someone's
Oh,
gonna do
he's
it.
with us in spirit. That's
Yeah.
Possessed Meso.
Guys, I think we should talk about firing LJ.
Oh
It is a
yeah,
very
I've been
entertaining-
talking
The
about
guy's
this
such
for
a prick.
ages.
I think
Very,
very
Viper should
fun.
handle recap reviews now.
No.
Viper, give us
That's not a good
a
idea.
brief demo of your reviewing
Yeah,
expertise.
review for a second for us.
Hi, this is a Toa, and I think it's brown, and it's a
brown.
pretty neat set. I wouldn't have brought it otherwise if it wasn't neat. And thank you for watching my review. Leave a
You
like,
wouldn't have
share,
brought it up.
subscribe.
Viper, you forgot to show off the box.
Oh yeah, the box is a box. It's just got a picture on.
Viper, what about the blue pins?
I don't care about blue pins.
Oh, you're instantly more popular than LJ!
I think
No,
we're
okay,
onto
guys,
something here.
let's be real though, alright? LJ doesn't show his face. If Viper shows her face, she's like a girl on the internet reviewing Bionicle. That's immediately way more views than LJ's ever gonna get.
You're not wrong.
It's
LJ is a
morally
girl on the
wrong,
internet.
Is it?
Is it morally
It
wrong
is.
to be a girl?
though.
Really?
No, getting attention that way.
Well, LJ
Oh.
tries to
You
get
get
attention because of his stupid mask. How are you any different? You wear a mask. That's your face.
What?
This is going nowhere fast.
you
I don't know,
wear-
I think that went somewhere. I think we went many places at once.
I know,
So-
it's...
Yeah,
all
many
your-
controversial places.
All your face is just a mask for who you are inside.
Oh,
Sounds
wow,
like quite the motivational
That's
quote.
some
Who
sounds
are
deep
you?
stuff right there.
That's a very motivational quote, Kai. Who are you? Commander Shepard?
Too deep, foamy.
I'm just about like
Hashtag true art.
I'm in Bible study mode because I'm about to read my Bible study in like an hour here, so that's why.
Fair
What?
enough.
I didn't hear your explanation because I was too busy laughing at Viper. Or
No,
laughing with
yeah,
Viper.
Okay. Well, you'll hear it in the recording then.
Yeah, I'll go back and hear the recording.
Go back when you edit this.
So you're not laughing with me. You're laughing at me.
No, I made that correction. I was like, I'm laughing at Viper. I mean, not laughing at, laughing with.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I laugh at
Alright.
I laugh at everyone, but
So
in this
is not
instance, I
wrong.
was not laughing at you.
Look, speaking of stuff that we laugh at, how about Mass Effect 3's ending?
Oh, here
Oh.
we go.
Oh,
What kind of
that
segue was that?
I
I
don't-
was
It was a better segue than today. We're gonna talk about Mass Effect 3's ending.
I was laughing so much it wasn't even funny. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't funny.
It left no impression over me. I played the game, and I was like, wow, that was an ending.
Well, that's because you got the worst in them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't mind it. It's just
What?
I,
Okay.
I didn't see the issue with it. Okay.
Full disclosure, what ending did you guys choose?
I chose... I'm ashamed to admit on my first run-through I chose Synthesis.
I chose synthesis as well, but I want to choose control now.
Oh yeah, spoilers for Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers.
I'm sure everyone knows
Spoils to
about it
one
by
of
now.
the most controversial endings ever.
So
in
let me get
game
this straight.
history.
You guys chose green.
Okay.
I did, yes.
All right,
Yeah,
Kahi.
I did.
I have two runs, and the reason I distinguish, first run is I only played Mass Effect 3, first Mass Effect game I played. Then I went back and I played from Mass Effect, carried my character all the way through Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, all DLC, everything. Like, I did all the missions and everything. And
So what color did you choose?
First one is Control, second one was, Deny.
Okay. Wait.
I just
Okay,
wish
so-
Kaid's characters is like, I have you know, the human race is a fantastic people and they will destroy the Reapers. I will take you to court.
Exactly. Okay.
Wait.
The
And then he
first
just
one.
kills you.
The first one I just thought Control because I thought
So
that
you
would be
chose
the
blue
Paragon
first
option.
go around,
Right.
and then the second time you didn't choose anything and you died.
I literally the guy gave me the option and I drew my gun and I shot the kid in the face. And it gave me the
He's
Deny
just like-
ending.
He's like, synthetics can't live with organics. Objection!
That's what
For
I
my
felt. I
ending-
felt like that would be my Shepard's choice. Go
I
for
mean,
it.
that makes
second run
sense.
I did, I imported Mass Effect 2 because I've never played Mass Effect 1 for my second run through, and I chose Destroy, and I was very happy with that.
You're
because
Okay,
bad.
yeah.
and
In
You
my
should feel
playthrough,
bad.
I chose Red, Destroy. But the thing with my playthrough is I played absolutely no multiplayer whatsoever. So my readiness was at like basically 0, and I think I didn't realize that there were certain parts in the game that you had to complete before you moved on with the main story either, which was kind of dumb in my part because I played Mass Effect 2. Basically, I chose Destroy, but instead of destroying the Reapers, it literally destroyed everything. It's like, it showed that nice ending with the sad music playing. Everyone stops and looks at the red beam coming by, and it fries everyone. Just skeletons everywhere.
Well, it wouldn't matter anyway, because in the original ending, the mass relays get destroyed, so everyone dies no matter what you choose.
Very good point. Because, yeah, it's like, it was so depressing. It's like everyone gets fried to death, and then the mass relays just blow up, and then that was my ending.
Yeah.
See,
I
if
didn't
got
even
that
get the ending.
I would have been happy with it too. That's
Yeah, I
poetic.
didn't even get the second scene where you see like the Normandy crash landing on a planet, and everyone hops out and they're like, "Wow, that was a fun ride." I didn't even get that.
Really?
I got the Normandy flying away from the beams and Joker going like frantically pushing buttons, and then he just gets fried.
That is amazing.
That's an amazingly
see it
terrible
now.
way to end that franchise.
I feel
And the
really
funny thing is, a similar thing happened to Mass Effect 2 when I originally played it as well. I waited till
remember
the
you
last
died.
second. I waited till the very last second before I did any of my companion missions.
Oh,
no.
no.
I
Oh,
also
no.
didn't realize that you could upgrade your ship.
Oh, no.
Literally every single person died.
Including yourself?
No, I stayed alive. I don't know how I did it. I
wow.
managed to survive.
Usually
But it
if
was
you're-
really, really funny because at the very end, the last scene, it's just me and Joker. He like pats me on the back and then walks away, and then the camera zooms out, and there's just a room filled with coffins.
It's like that cutscene when it's supposed to pan across the companions and they just like they like nod at you and it's just an empty space.
See, I would have loved to get that ending. That's wonderful in a way. That's better than
a
the
way.
default ending.
Well, I mean, for
Oh,
Mass
yeah.
Effect 3, yeah, I preferred that ending because it actually added closure to the series. It's like, okay, so everyone's dead, there are no more Reapers, and the mass relays have been destroyed. What this means is that the universe has been opened up to start over again,
Yeah.
for the populace to build itself back up again, and there aren't any Reapers that are going to come back and destroy them or anything.
Right.
And no advanced tech
And-
like the Citadel.
Yeah, exactly. And it would likely be how the universe is kind of like right now.
I think that,
Fabulous.
that's the same thing happened with the Deny ending, which is why, I was
Okay,
happy
first
when
of
I
all,
got
it's refuse
Is it refuse?
Refusal.
Okay,
It's
fine.
refuse.
Refuse, sure.
or rejection, not deny, even though they mean the same thing.
I mean, it's the same concept, right? You know what I'm talking about. The same thing happens, except the mass relays are not destroyed, because I didn't do anything. So, everybody still fights the Reapers, and it is kind of unclear at the end if they actually beat it. There's a message that's played in that ending that kind of implies that either they beat them, or they came up with a way to beat them, and they passed it on to the next, what do you call it? The next
Oh, yeah.
iteration?
The next cycle does
Next
defeat
cycle.
the Reapers in that ending.
Okay, yeah. Because you have Buzz Aldrin at the end with the kid, yeah.
Yeah, because
And
hopefully
the
those
ending.
freaking counselors will actually listen this time.
One more
I mean,
story.
In the
Ah,
refusal
yes,
ending,
Reapers.
Buzz Aldrin is replaced with an Asari.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
What does
it's
that
interesting.
mean?
That means the
I don't
Asari
know.
are still around.
Well, yeah, but does that mean the humans have been destroyed then?
Yeah,
Were they
that
just-
is true. I think she's still talking to a human child, right? Or isn't she?
I-
No, she's
I
not.
We don't
know.
know if that was a human child or not.
That's
I'll
true.
go look and see if it was an Asari,
Okay,
but we
well-
don't know if it's human.
That's funny. It's like you decided to deny their offer, so the
No,
Reapers
no,
took
no,
it
no.
personally.
It's not. It's a hologram Liara, I believe.
Yeah, it's a hologram and
It's-
it's like just been buried. Like,
Right.
No, that's
dug up.
no, that's different. That's
Oh, is
the
it?
before credits scene, the post credits
okay.
scene.
Okay.
They just
alright.
swap out Buzz Aldrin with an Asari.
Well, I don't know about you guys. The reason I chose Control firsthand is because I had played
'Cause you're a
Paragon.
jerk.
I had played Paragon up until that point, and I thought the blue option it just was a Paragon choice to make.
Yes, the blue power that the elusive man stands
Well, see,
for.
that's why the
yes.
indoctrination theory was so ingenious, because it actually gives a reason as to why
Exactly.
those colors were swapped. So it is kind of interesting, actually, that with the indoctrination theory completely out of the question, why were those options swapped to begin with?
I don't
Well,
know.
yeah,
to
The
troll
indoc-
people.
Here's the thing about the indoctrination theory. Just because it never came into pass in canon does not mean that the writers did not plant those seeds to fuel speculation.
Yeah.
I don't know why else they would give the Star Child a Reaper voice in the extended cut.
And
if
I
that
don't
wasn't
know
what they were
why.
trying to imply.
I don't know what the point of the dreams were either. If it weren't the indoctrination.
Oh yeah,
theory.
those dreams are weird.
The dreams are weird, but they serve no plot point in this story at all.
I really like the
It's-
music
Outside
in
of
that,
outside
in
of
those
maybe
dreams.
just showing that, like maybe they're just showing that Shepard is kind of wants to get back to Earth. There's no real reason for those dream sequences to exist.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't feel sad when the kid died because I really knew that kid. I was
Yeah,
just
I
like,
know.
that's sad, but I'm not like choked up about it because I didn't know. But in Mass Effect 2 and stuff like that, when your characters died, I remember when I killed Garrus by accident and it killed me.
But you killed Garrus by accident?
How did you do
What?
that?
Yeah, I forgot to put barriers on the ship and this giant spike impaled him and I was like, ah!
I know someone who's going to be upset with you.
I was so sad. I romanced him as well.
Oh, okay.
That must have sucked.
That happened to me too. I romanced Thane, and he was the first person to die. By the way, I played
Yeah,
his femship.
that was how I did my second run through. I romanced Thane, and then I played.
need to
Okay,
romance Thane.
full disclosure: me and Var play as Femshep.
Femshep
as
is the way to
Femshep
go.
as well.
Femshep is definitely.
Jennifer
I
Hale.
played first with the male Shep, and then I played the entirety of the
Male
trilogy.
Shep is such a stick in the mud.
I
Femshep all
like
the
playing
way.
I like playing a male Shep.
I know he kind of feels like.
You like
Really?
you like playing what? What, Connie? What, Viper?
I like playing
So-
a jerk as male Shep.
Here's here's my experience with character creation. My riveting tale. I not only play as male Shep, but I play as default.
Oh
Male
my
Shep.
God, Meso!
You play default?
You play freaking default.
The reason being I was too lazy to customize. I said, yeah, screw it, I'll go through. First playthrough, I was a Paragon soldier default male.
God,
Someone should put up a picture of the default Shep with a giant.
you
like,
are
creepy
you are
smile
the
on his
most
face.
generic player. That.
Paragon default soldier male Shep who's never played the other two games.
Hey, what were you a colonist or colonist? I can't.
A colonist?
I think I was a colonist, yeah.
What, Viper?
Dang.
So the ending didn't affect you either way, because let's be honest here, you weren't making any choices before then anyway.
I was
Right.
making choices. I was doing Paragon things and being nice to people, and I got screwed over by the Reapers. But I didn't choose Paragon. I broke and did synthesis, and I was very disappointed because that ending sucked.
Yeah,
the
you're
worst
basically
one.
like a Hitler.
Pretty much.
Oh,
The
You're like,
synthesis
everyone
ending is
must be the
very,
same.
very
I will say
insulting.
synthesis is the ending that I wouldn't choose for I wouldn't choose for my main playthrough because that the Shepherd I played wouldn't have chosen that. But I do like the idea of synthesis as an option.
I do not.
The only thing about
Well-
synthesis that got me was like it seemed like the only possible way for
Yeah.
me to save the Geth.
That's the
Yeah.
trap. That's why they're tricking you. They're playing on your emotions, trying to save the Geth and everybody. When in
Yeah,
reality,
I felt so
Geth
bad for the
though.
Geth though.
Yeah,
so many plot
I like
holes.
the Geth. And
Is there-
Legion would have died for nothing, and Legion was one of my favourite characters.
I can't remember. I could have sworn that in my playthrough I was able to save both the Quarian and the Geth.
Yeah,
Is that
I
even
could
an
save
option?
them too,
Yes.
but Legion
Yeah.
still
Okay,
dies.
okay.
you need Tali and Legion for it to work. But yeah, that is an
No,
option.
But-
you also need to have done Tally's loyalty mission. You can't just
And
play
Legion's.
Mass Effect 3 just, generically, and you have to choose one of them. You have
Okay,
to
right,
take
yeah.
for to save.
Legion's not in generic Mass Effect 3. He's
Right.
replaced with a Geth VI.
Yeah,
Right.
so
It's
you had to
like,
import your
we are not
import your
Legion.
game.
Yeah.
Because I remember I had a decent amount of Paragon and I imported my game, so I had both of them and I did all the loyalty missions. So
See, I chose the Geth on my first playthrough because I sympathized more with them than the Quarians.
yeah, the Quarians are kind of
But-
jerks.
But when it came down to the end, the Geth did not factor into my synthesis choice at all. I had zero care for them. I only chose synthesis because, I'll be honest, I've told this story before. The Mass Effect 3 ending, I was in a daze. I was just going through the motions, absorbing what that stupid kid was saying to me. And at the end of it all, I was like, oh wow, that was actually a pretty good ending. But then as the credits played, I actually started to think about it now that all this visual stuff was done with. And it just got worse and worse and worse in my mind.
I actually heard about the ending before I actually played the game.
Good.
Oh, really?
So I
you were
knew
braced for
I
it.
saw it coming. I was just like,
Yeah.
I love
To be
this
fair,
game, but
I
it's
didn't
gonna
see
have
it
such
coming. It was like a slow creep of dread that crawled across
Yeah,
me
it's
as I
that
thought
10.
about it.
No, not even 10. 99% of the game is brilliant, and then that 1% just taints it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not just really 1%. The deal is, in Mass Effect 2, all of your decisions lead up to, like, the ending, and it's all the decisions you've made.
Yeah,
over
like
the
your
entirety of the
ending
game.
could be completely different depending on how you played the game.
Right.
I mean, obviously it all ends sort of the same. You always kill the Reaper, but it depending on who you have with you and how the events transpire is what really matters.
Exactly. And you, at the end of that game, you know that whatever happened was your fault. Like, if you didn't buy the upgrade for your ship, yeah, they died because you didn't get that upgrade. Like, that was
Yeah, you knew
your
why it
own
happened.
choice as a player.
Yeah, and it was so brilliant because it did such a great job of making you care about all these people too, because they kind of forces you to do their loyalty missions, so you really get to know them and you have to talk to them and everything. A big portion of Mass Effect 2 is just getting to know your companions.
Right.
So when you don't do something, you get those companions killed, and that's the genius behind it because it really makes you feel bad when you didn't do something to keep them alive.
Yeah, that's why I like Mass Effect 2 better than Mass Effect 3, because in Mass Effect
Hands
3, you have sometimes you have no control over things happening.
All the time you have no control.
Yeah,
Well,
because,
let's be frank. Mass Effect 3 is a wonderful game, tainted by a poor ending and poor resolution for your choices. Mass Effect 2 is in my top 3 favorite games of all time.
Oh, definitely. I
Mass
love
Effect
that
2 is
game.
a wonderful game. I love it so much.
And the big deal is that the Mass Effect did a whole thing with player choices, and that always led to a big payoff. You know? If you chose to save Caden or you chose to save Ashley, that was a huge decision that impacted the rest of your gameplay for 3 games. That's a decision you make in game 1, and that
Okay,
character is
yeah.
nowhere.
Who'd you save? Who'd you save?
Oh, come on, Ashley.
Yeah,
I
okay.
chose Ashley. 'cause
Message,
Kaden was
you didn't
being
play
creepy.
Themshep, right?
No, I did not.
Okay, Viper, Kahi. Will you
Kaden
guys
was
agree
being
with me?
Creepy.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was getting to. Do you guys agree that Caden's freaking creepy?
Yes! Oh my god, he is so creepy.
Caden's like that guy that hits on you when you go to the bar or something, or just anywhere. You're just walking down and some dude's like doing cat calls. That's Caden.
Hey, if you play as male Shep, he's kind of like he's like a bro. He's like, yeah, whatever, dude. I guess Ashley was kind of hot, but man, if you're a fem Shep, he is like hitting on you all the time.
Yeah,
like-
it's no contest for me. I'm gonna choose Ashley.
Ashley's kind of a jerk, but man, Caden was just weird. I didn't like
Like
Caden at all.
Caden,
I
Ashley's
like how
like,
Ashley's character arc goes, even though it's not really anything that's addressed straight up in the story, but you see her change over the course of the games, and she's pretty good by the end.
I
She
convinced
starts
her
off
not
as
to
like
be
a
so
racist.
Because I
Yeah.
haven't played Mass Effect 1, but I've
Oh yeah, I
watched
forgot
it.
she was racist.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
that's her big
spacist.
thing.
she's like super racist at the beginning,
She was
but at the end
spacist.
she's like. But it's funny because Caden's actually from. If you listen to his backstory, he's actually from Singapore, which
really?
is not where I'm from, but it's very close. I'm from Malaysia, so Singapore is right there. It used to be a part of Malaysia, and then they declared independence. But you don't really see a lot of people from there in
History
video
lessons
games,
with
and that
Connie.
I
stood out
always
to me.
thought he looked a little Asian.
He's totally Asian. He's like
I didn't want to be like, oh, his eyes are squinty. That means he's Asian.
I never noticed he was.
so you would be Ashley. You'd be a racist, basically. You're like, I don't want to be
spacist.
a
Connie.
spacist.
Spacist,
Well, no,
Spacist.
this is on Earth, so it's a normal racist.
Yeah, but are you suddenly saying that all the other races aren't true racists? We're all racist now, Connie.
Well, I mean,
it's not just
It's
Earth.
the human race, not the human races. So, technically speaking,
No, I'm not
Connie,
racist.
I think you're
there's only
spacist.
one
Don't-
race. There's only one race of humans, but there's all these races of aliens. So you can be racist
don't-
towards aliens, but you can be. I don't really
Okay,
know what
got
we
it.
should call ourselves. Pigmentist, because it's really just the pigment of our skin. I don't know.
Yeah, I have nothing against if you're Asian or American
Thank
or
you.
anything like that.
Thanks, Viper. That's so
Thanks for
nice to
making
know.
that clear.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Unless
you
you're
know-
black, in which case, no.
Oh no! I mean,
See, the funny thing is, we joke about Viper having to do that, but we'll say racist things on the podcast, and no one will care. Viper says it, she'll get torn apart in the
she-
comments.
You really will.
Yeah.
you British are so racist.
People have ripped on you for stuff you put on your Twitter, which is
Yeah.
insane to me because I'm
That
sarcastic
one
and
Australian
insulting on my
comment
Twitter.
you made also. You got some flack for.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get any flack for my Dragonology joke that's coming in the future episode Dragonology. I
Dude,
probably
Viper got
won't
flack for saying YOLO.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Viper, would you like to address our fans? Would you like to make a public statement?
If I've offended you, I'm sorry, even though I don't know how I offended you, because I'm usually just goofing and joking.
Good call.
Goofing and joking.
Plus 10 PR, plus 10 Paragon.
10 out of 10 charisma.
I will say about Mass Effect 3, I like the fact that it was no longer, you didn't have Paragon meter and Renegade meter, it was just one meter and you can make choices. That was so, in Mass Effect 1, I actually took advantage of a
I
glitch.
love Mass Effect 1. I hated the stupid Paragon and Renegade thing,
Okay.
because you'd have to gain up points, which means that your character wouldn't really be, neutral anymore, which
Right.
is really annoying.
I'll say this about Mass Effect 1. I enjoyed the story tremendously, and I enjoyed the exploration. I could not stand the gameplay.
Oh,
Gunfights
yeah,
and
the
everything.
gameplay.
That game was hard.
I am looking forward to it. I'm gonna do it on Insanity for
I-
Also,
sure.
I-
driving the Mako around did get very boring after a while.
It did, especially when you had to, you got stuck in the Mako and you had to, reverse out. And the checkpoints.
Oh my god, the checkpoints. What checkpoints?
Exactly. Man,
What,
if you
are you
died, you
forced
gotta
to
start
drive around?
all the freaking way at the back.
I remember the bomb mission on Eden Prime. I was sweating because of Get Sniper.
The what? Get Sniper's Viper?
You know the bit when you have to disarm the bombs on Eden Prime, and you come across those Get Snipers on
Yeah.
the bridge.
Those guys.
It was so difficult. It was like had no health and my allies were dead. I was sweating because I was like, oh, I can't die now. I have one
So
bomb
wait,
left.
So wait a second. In Mass Effect 1, are you forced to drive the Mako around when you're exploring planets?
Yeah, you have to
Yes.
drive the Mako. You're going to be driving the Mako a lot.
But they still had the mineral collecting stuff from Mass Effect 2.
No.
No,
Your
you
mineral
actually have to
collecting-
drive
Right.
around the planet and collect minerals by
Yeah.
hand.
Well, that's what
And
I was asking. I was like,
artifacts
they
and
still have
stuff
that
like that.
mechanic. You just can't do it from space. You have to do it on.
Yeah, you have to
land.
drive.
Right, but
Also,
it's
whenever
a huge
you
map.
whenever you do anything, you're basically going to a planet. You have to drive there.
Right.
And the planets,
no.
the planets aren't really that interesting. They're all just
No.
empty plains of
They're all
hills.
terrestrial.
They're like levels
empty
from the mass
places.
creation game. They're
Oh.
basically
Yeah, they're basically massive creation.
I was about to say, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag recently, and just doing the tedious collection of chests and stuff is one of my favorite parts about that game.
Yeah,
the
but that
locations
game-
are interesting.
Yeah, that game has good locations, though. There's always things to look at. There's always pretty things happening. And
There's a lot of
Sounds
active
awful.
stuff to do with your ship as well. Mass Effect has none of that. But for me, it's a little different because when I started my trilogy playthrough, I said I committed to do every single mission and get every single, collectible I could get. So I would do every single mission. I read every single thing from the database. I read every single article. I completely immersed myself as much as I could into that game, and I did everything you could possibly do. So Mass Effect 1 was super tedious for me because I would have to drive for 10 minutes to get some minerals that I didn't really want, but it was there on my mission list, so I had to do it.
That sounds like an experience.
And like we mentioned, the checkpoints are basically non-existent. You die, get prepared to start all the way over.
Mm-hmm. It's like Sonic
man.
06.
Oh my god, I hate that game so much. Don't mention it.
But Var, it's wonderful.
But really, you appreciate Mass Effect 2 so much because they streamlined a lot of the gameplay and the shooting aspects of it. It's really nice to play in Mass Effect 2. And I
That's
feel
one thing that
strongest
consistently got better, because Mass Effect 3 is super streamlined, except they took out some of the interesting bits, like the mineral...
It was so streamlined.
The
They
The only thing
streamlined your
about Mass
choices.
Effect 2, yeah. The only thing about Mass Effect 2 is that they took out a lot of the RPG elements that were present in Mass Effect 1, but I will give Mass Effect 3 credit. They added in a lot more RPG stuff
Right.
than Mass Effect 2 had.
You ever gone exploring on a planet and then you get attacked by a Thresher Maw?
Oh,
Oh yeah, while I'm
Those
riding
things
the
are
Mako.
terrifying.
There's a
Like,
mission
if they-
too where you have to rescue somebody. So you not only have to fight off the Thresher Maw, you also have to go and research this outlet to get where to get the data from the research team. So you have to fight it, and then you go and you research, and you get back into your Mako, and you're fighting it. It's so tedious.
Yeah,
Wow.
if it pops out the ground and hits your vehicle, it's insta-death.
That sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, I think it's time for us to... Because
Yeah.
we're
Makes
going
sense.
on for some time now.
But this
So-
is fun.
Oh, I have so much stuff to still say about Mass Effect.
Yeah, it's a very, very broad universe, and we could go on forever talking about this. We don't have
Oh,
to...
well.
We could do it on another TTV Talks.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Part 2,
Stay
Dragon
tuned.
Age Inquisition.
In the future, yeah. The return of Bioware.
Alright, well,
Yep, thank you for watching, everyone, and we hope to see you soon. See ya!
what's your name?
Oh yeah, and we gotta do the name.
Yeah, that's a little important, Viper.
Yeah, just a little. I'm Viper.
I'm messing up.
Knew you did it again.
I'm sorry! I can't help it! I'm so used to it. I'm Barteran.
I'm Kahi. Are we just gonna be silent?
Wait,
What's going on here?
I thought Messa was gonna say sorry. And this was TTV Talks.
So
Goodbye,
professional.
Goodbye.
So professional.
I'm never being a host again. Goodbye.
Oh, we're gonna force you to be a host again.